Hey guys, and welcome back to another video and a new start of a new series. So what exactly is the idea? The idea is, as you guys might see, I'm back in Legend, even though it's only close, but I'm back in Legend. And the idea is that we're gonna pushing for the last 7 days of the season. I know there's like 1 day left, but we can use that day however we want to do so. But as you guys can see, we dropped out of Legend with all of the accounts because I did it like except the YouTube videos, but except that I did a small COC break. But now let's try to push for 7 days and figure out how high we actually can get in those 7 days. If you want to take the challenge on your own, try to do so. We're starting off at around 4,950 trophies, and let's see how high we can get. Obviously, guys, I want to know of you guys what you think, how high we'll finish after the 7 days. And I guess let's get into it. I will show you guys as much as possible, and we're starting off with the first base. As you guys can see as well, we're using the old Queen Charge Hybrid Army. I'm not sure yet if I want to switch that because I used that for 2 months, so I'm kind of familiar with how I can work around that strategy. And I feel like I want to push as high as possible because it is a challenge, right? Like we want to do as good as possible. So yeah, let's get started. First base, and you will see in the beginning either the bases are not really well designed or like the bases are not maxed yet, whatever. That's obviously in the beginning when you're starting the push, and especially at the end of the season where everyone has like figured out where he belongs to, like trophy wise. So yeah, those guys obviously have either bad bases or like not the max bases, which we will face later on this week. But for now, we have still to triple those bases to somehow get the trophies to make sure that we're getting actually a bit higher. One test wall breaker, then we're trying to charge into the multi-inferno tower and into the eagle, and then later on we have the siege barracks. Actually, like we can switch that to funnel for later on because we had to use the king for the early funnel. Not 100% sure if that was the right choice, but either way, let's make sure that my queen is somehow making it to the multi-inferno tower. But actually, she's giving the multi-inferno. That's kind of annoying. Luckily, there was only one which got lured from the clan cast. Otherwise, this might would have been trouble for me. But well, the queen is taking out the multi-inferno tower finally. Another rage to make sure that my queen is staying alive. And now, slowly but surely, we can already think about where to start from the hybrid. Like we have two options, obviously, from the right or from the left. And I think we will start off from the left, like from the top left side. As soon as the eagle is down, then we have to take a look at the time, obviously. But for now, I think we can just get started over there. We will delay the Hawk Riders because there are a lot of storages, which means like the miners will take some time to get through there. And if you would have placed the Hawk Riders like ASAP, this would have been kind of bad for us because like Hawk Riders would have been already in the base. Meanwhile, our miners would be somewhere on the outside on storages and everything. So yeah, that's why we waited for the miners to actually get the job done. On the outside, we have the P.E.K.K.A. with the wizards, and meanwhile we have our queen going through the core, going through a lot of damage over there. We have no more rages, no more freezes left, and now the heals obviously to get into the town hall. We're taking the risk. There's the town hall left, but except that we have still a lot of damage over there. My queen is somehow surviving the scatter shot, which was crazy valuable for me in this situation. But for now, this seems like it should be enough. I guess there were a lot of traps in front of the tunnel. We saw this one spring trap flinging off one of my wall breakers. But for now, this is going to be our first attack and our first 3-star of the day, which is awesome. But as you guys can tell by the length of the video, we will take a look at way more attacks, and let's see how this will keep going on. So let's get to the next attack, and on this one, we have one of those bases which I talked about, which isn't maxed. So obviously we have to triple those. Let's figure out a way. We have the option to charge into the town hall. That's one option. And we have the option to, I think that's the best shot we have, like just charging into the town hall. The clan castle is way like far behind, which means we should be able to kill the enemy single inferno tower before we actually take care of the clan castle, which is obviously a good thing. So that would be the best shot to do it. So let's try it out. One more thing I want to ask you guys is, give me a guess of what you think where we will finish after 7 days. I mean, I see a lot of people always say, okay, I haven't pushed the first week of this Legend season. I can't be at the top ranks anymore. Kinda my personal goal is to get at least in the top 100, top 200 in Germany. Globally, I don't think that we can make it in the top 200. That would be kind of crazy, but obviously we will try. But let's see. Guys, leave me a guess. What do you think? What we will finish after the 7-day push would be kind of fun to see. But either way, on this base, we have frozen the enemy queen and the scatter shot to make sure that my queen is staying alive. We can save another rage for now, and now we just get started with our king and our hybrid flanking our queen. The last rage is down, the poison is down, so far everything is looking good. Now actually this tornado, the tornado trap saved me because the tornado trap is rotating my queen away from the single front tower, and this means we can save the queen ability for now, which is awesome. Now the hybrid is coming in, king on the outside is still doing his thing. We could have dropped the siege barracks somewhere, but to be honest, like the king is doing already a great job. Like why would we drop that? We can just save it, or like I don't know. Let's see how the attackers keep going. Queen had to use her ability. I think we would just deploy the slammer somewhere. We always have every single siege machine with us, which is super important. Most of the attacks, especially hybrid, because you can use all of the siege machines in the hybrid attack. So we're using the slammer to make sure that the slammer is taking the back end. And obviously, like as soon as the Yetis are coming out, they're helping as well, time-wise and tanking-wise. So our queen is staying alive, and this means this is going to be another triple. And so far the day is going great. Let's see if we can make it even further. And let's see how the next attack goes. And I don't know. It's always a bit crazy when you're seeing so many low bases, but like I said, over the entire week, I think we will find more and more max bases, obviously. But for now, those bases keep coming. We can't do anything about that. Let's think about how we can attack this base. We have once again the second layer single Inferno Tower, but on this one, we can't charge into the Inferno Tower that easily because we have the clan castle right next to it, which means like if we are charging into it, it would be kind of risky because of the clan castles coming out, which is delaying obviously the queen, so we have to invest a lot of breezes. But I think what we can do, I think we can just get rid of the air defense and then sending in the blimp for the Inferno Tower, and this means that, well, we do not really have to worry about the clan castle and everything. So, freezing the enemy queen, but with this we actually missed the enemy single Inferno Tower, which means we had to use the queen ability early on, and there were so many freaking air skeletons. I guess a lot of people are still attacking with E-Drax in this trophy range. But it's holy gee, there were so many air skeletons. That's crazy. Now we have to use the next rage because we have the enemy king and an expo on our queen. And now we can think about where to start off with our king. I think on the gold mine is a nice thing. Then 2 wizards over there, and then we can get started with the hybrid in a second. And we have to keep an eye on the town hall because it might be in range for our healers. Nope, it is not, which is perfect for us. So we do not have to invest another freeze over there. But the rage is needed to make sure that the queen is staying healthy and getting through the next wall kind of quickly. Meanwhile, we have our hybrid coming in, healing not too early. I think we can delay the heal a little bit. But for now, yeah, the next heal is good. Most of the Hogwarts are actually going to the bottom, which is not the best thing because now everything is splitting. So due to the storages, it's really annoying. Like the Hogwarts are way like far ahead of my miners, and actually a big group of miners died. You can see the small graveyards, like this grave thingy, like how do you say it in English? I don't know what the word is, but we still have the warden ability actually, which I just noticed, but this is gonna be tricky, so we have to use the warden ability to make sure that the queen, like the royal champion, is staying alive for now. 1 wizard at the top. We have 3 more loons to place, then a couple more wall breakers to make sure that my queen is having some access to the other parts of the base. And, well, for now, the warden is tanking, the queen is taking out the single Inferno Tower. We still have the 3 loons, let's place them somewhere. And actually, I think we still got this with a lot of luck, I have to say. The execution of this attack was super bad, but I take it. I don't mind. What I should have done differently, obviously, way more early warden ability. I should have watched ahead and saw that there are a lot of storages, which obviously means that my miners and my Hawk Riders are splitting because the Hawk Riders are going to the next defense. The miners are staying on the storages, and this means most of the time the Warden is either staying to the miners or like going somewhere completely different. So that's one thing which you always have to keep in mind. This is going to be the next base. On this one, I have like two possible entries. We could go for a Yeti blimp on the 6 o'clock Inferno Tower and charge into this long alley, or do the same thing on the other side with having like this Yeti blimp going onto the scatter shot. I think we're going onto the scatter shot because we can lure out the clan castle early on this one, so that's why I think we should go over there, and then we can charge in the long compartment. And actually, because this one wall is messed up, we should be able to reach the town hall, but time will tell, obviously. Meanwhile, our wizard is funneling at the top side, our baby dragon has the funnel, and then our queen is going inside. So that's like the idea. Let's see how this works. And then we have like the hybrid coming in from the... Actually, I don't know yet. Let's see how this works. One thing which I noticed already is there are a lot of witches at the lower ranks in the trophy, like in the trophy range. It's either like a fail CC, which means like mass loons, for example, which to me seems like someone just forgot to switch up his clan castle. Or the other option is that someone is using actually P.E.K.K.A. or Yeti. I don't know why, but it's kind of stupid. And then, yeah, those witches are kind of popular as well, which is super nice. Like, not too many ice golems, not too many lava hounds, which is awesome for us because that's actually good CCs. Or those trash CCs, like tons of archers. Nothing of those is really popular down here, which is kind of nice for us. So let's charge into this base. We have no more rages left. We have only one more freeze to go, and we somehow have to start somewhere at this point with the hybrid. I think we just added to the queen. Like, we just support our queen at the top, king on the outside at some point, and once again we're delaying the Hawk Riders a little bit because there are so many trash buildings on the outside which our hybrid has to go through. So that's why we delayed the Hawk Riders a little bit. King on the outside is tanking, doing his thing. Have to use his ability kind of soon. And now the queen. Let's see if the queen can... Yeah, the queen can reach actually the town hall, which is awesome for us because this means we have the freedom to use our warden ability wherever we want. I think we should use it kind of soon. And yeah, so far it's looking awesome. Warden ability now should be still blocking the eagle shots. Yep, still blocking the eagle shots, which is perfect. Last here on the bomb tower, and this is looking awesome for us. We have the wall breakers to place, so let's place them to support our queen, to give her more access to the back end. Meanwhile, we have our healer, we have our hybrid. Still a couple of things alive. I actually was kind of surprised how fast they died, because I thought like I had my heal spells kind of well placed, but I don't see too many troops alive anymore. But either way, we have 30 more seconds to go. I think there should be another triple for us, and this is looking pretty decent for now. So far 4 triples, which is looking awesome. The first attack, which I didn't show you guys, was actually a fail because I completely forgot to record. Then I tried to like get OBS running, and by that I completely missed the attack because I was already 30 seconds in the attack, like not in preparation, but like already in the attack. And you guys will see it in the end. It was horrible. So yeah, that was kind of fail. But on this one, we have another base, which first off is popular to us, like we know the base, and second of all, we have really low defenses once again. So let's see if we can. We should be able to triple this. Like this should be given. So let's see. Wall breaking in. We want to lure out the clan castle. What is in there? It's once again witches. Like I said, witches are super popular down here. It's kind of surprising. Couple for Hawk Riders just to make sure. 3 witches in there. That's crazy. So we have to make sure that we're delaying the poison a little bit, just to make sure that the witches are stepping inside. We cannot afford to miss a witch, otherwise it would be a huge investment to get rid of that. And now the wall breaks on the other side with the king and the siege barrack, who will just switch over. Like I said, always have those other siege machines possibly in the back to switch. And now just charging in on both sides. And at some point, as soon as both funnel parts did the cut, like interrupted the ring basically, we start off with our hybrid from the left, because we want to force the hybrid into the base, into the core, because otherwise we will miss out on the second star and on the town hall, because nothing on our outside troops will reach the town hall, never ever. So this is why we need those two cuts. Like at the top side, you can see there's a clear cut, and on the left side as well. So this means perfect pathing into the town hall for us. We have a heal spell down. We have another rage for the core because we don't need any more rages for our queen. We still have our ability left. Nice freeze on the enemy queen and the town hall. Warden ability right now. Everything is getting into the back end. So far, so nice. Everything is looking good for now. Yetis at the bottom, like for our siege barracks, is coming out as well. So this is looking really nice. One more freeze for the enemy king and enemy inferno tower. Queen is still alive. Royal Champ still alive. Still with her abilities. Now a couple of back end troops. And this means this is going to be another triple for us. Obviously, we have to say, first off, base was kind of popular. Second of all, the base was more like a town hall. I think town hall 10, the defenses. But either way, we take those, right? Like we take those. So another 100%. Let's see if we can finish up on a nice and juicy high trophy count for the day. We have 2 more attacks to go, and then we will check out how many trophies we got today on offense and on defense as well. So let's get over to the next attack and let's see which siege machine we're using over there actually. So we have Akalis, and we are doing, or we have a couple of options. We can actually reach the Inferno Tower from the outside, like 9:30-ish. We have the enemy clan castle out, and kind of early. It's really far on the outside. How do we... Oh, okay, I can see one thing. Like at the bottom, at 7 o'clock, you can see the expo is like only 3 tiles inside of the base, which means we can reach it from the outside. So we can walk actually, since like the walk from 9 o'clock is kind of, it looks baited. I don't know if someone is baiting on this trophy range, but it looks kind of obvious. So we're doing actually walk into the 9 o'clock side. So this should be a little bit more of unpredictable, and we should be way more easy to go with triggering any traps. So as long as my queen is going to the left, like to the top side, we should be totally fine and everything should look really good. So let's see. Queen is going the right way. I hope, yeah, the queen is going the right way. And now we have to make sure that she's actually stepping inside, delaying the rage as long as possible to make sure that we're hitting the Hawk Riders, the Wall Breakers in a second. Wall Breakers are down. Poison for enemy queen and clan castle. And I think what we do next, since we still have the siege machine, we will just use the king on the outside to make sure that my queen is actually going inside, because that's part of the plan, obviously. Actually, what the heck? The witch. Come on, witch. Stay in the poison. That's not nice. Okay, the wizard was kind of swag, but I just panicked a little bit. So queen is staying, or should stay inside. She should go into the long channel. Yeah, queen is going for the bomb tower next. Now we have to think about, where do we start with the hybrid? What do we do with the hybrid? And I think, once again, like we did already in one of the last attacks, we will just support our queen with the hybrid. So this means one more rage, and then we're just starting off with our hybrid. And since we have not too good pathing into the town hall, we're just starting off, or we're just using our blimp, like the blimp, just to make sure, using a couple of more loons to make sure that we're triggering outside black mines. And now first heal and the blimp down to make sure that we're getting the town hall. We have the Yeti blimp, always keep that in mind. I'm still a fan of the Valkyrie in the clan castle instead of using the like the super goblins or whatever. I still think if you're facing any ground skeletons, the Valkyrie has way more value. And the Yetis can get more, but I think that's just a personal thing. I don't know what is the best over there. One last heal spell for the bottom side of my troops. I think there are so many miners still alive that this was like the best location to use the heal spell. We have a couple of troll testers, so we have to save our royal champ ability to make this to make sure that this triples. It's only 35 seconds left, so this is going to be a little bit close on time, but we should be all right. Now we have to do the counting. It should be 3 buildings, since we have at 6 o'clock another troll tester, which means as soon as the expo is down, we can use the royal champ ability right now. 1, 2, and yep, there we go, the 4th building. This means another triple for us. So only one more attack to go, which I can show you guys, and then we'll take a look at our trophy count for the day. Whew, let's see. It would be nice to have one more triple. Like I said, I completely messed up the first attack. So having 7 triples at least at the first day would be nice. But I mean, let's see. So this is one of those annoying teaser bases. I actually don't like those with hybrid. I don't know. I don't like those too much. We can charge in from the left side because of the clan castle. Oh, we could go in from the right side as well. I'm not really sure. I don't know. I think I would just go in from the right side, I guess. Yeah, let's just go in from the right side. Starting off with our queen over there, Coco Loon, and the healers in behind. I think our queen should get the 1 versus 1, since this is like a not maxed king. Couple of test wall breakers, and so far so good. Another set of wall breakers. My queen should survive. Yes, okay. Queen is surviving, which is perfect for us. Now we want to have the double, and if it's possible, the second and third wall breaker layer. Let's see. Couple more wall breakers. Rage it up, because we will need a rage anyway because of the enemy warden. Like, the warden is dealing tons of damage, super annoying defense for queen charges. Making sure that the queen is staying inside with the baby dragon and getting a little more. Now we have 2 more wall breakers, making sure that we're dodging the mortar shots. Everything's looking good. Another rage, and we got inside there. So far so good, but we actually already hit 1 black mine, which is not a good sign. Only 4 healers left. 3 healers left. This is not good. This is not good at all. We have to use another freeze to make sure that our queen is staying alive. This will be tough. 3 healers against everything. We could have reached the town hall, I think, if we wouldn't have lost any healers. But with this, we actually have to use our ability now, which is not a good sign. I would have liked to use the ability against the town hall, but this is looking not too good because we have no, like, there's not too good of a pathing. We haven't even looted out the clan castle yet. I guess it's once again of those CCs with the loons. God damn it. Okay, I guess we use the siege barracks on this one. King on the outside as well. I don't know. Loons are coming over. This means at least the clan castle is lured, which is decent, I guess. Poison on the enemy loons. Oh boy. Please don't make this a 1-star. Troops are coming in. The pathing to the town was like completely crap. The warden is not following. This is bad. We cannot use the warden ability for the troops on the town hall. Come on, please, no. Don't make this a 1-star. Nothing is going for the town hall. This is not looking good. Oh no. Heal spell to make sure that the troops going into the town hall are protected. Oh boy, please, Royal Champion, do this. You got this. Okay, Royal Champion is on the town hall. This is perfect. Okay, this is good. This should at least be the 2-star. I don't think that we will get the 3-star because we faced way too many black mines on the queen charge. I think I just should have charged in from the left side. But yeah, couple more loons, but I don't think, yeah, we don't have the power for the back end. Either way, 6 out of 8 attacks are triples. Pretty decent start back in. I mean, I guess this is a slow start. But still, we managed to get most of the 3-stars. And on this one, still a pretty decent percentage, so that's alright. Let's see how many trophies we got overall this day. Like I said, we started at 4,950 trophies. And, well, let's see how many trophies we will have after 7 days. And let's see how this day went. So, yeah, like I said, 2 fails. The first one, like I said, I got completely too late into the attack. Completely messed up with OBS. And then the last attack, which I showed you guys. Obviously, I will show you guys the base, which I used at the end of the week as well. So far, it's doing pretty well. I used like a completely new base for this small like push week. Yesterday, the base I used was really bad. Like, I don't know, it's still a bad, old base. But this one is a new base, fresh base. And I just hope that this is working way better. This is the base which I used yesterday because I couldn't activate the new one. It still had cooldown. And yeah, looking forward to that. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me guys know what you think of this new format, if you like it. And if you guys want to take to the challenge as well, push one of like the last 7 days, last week of a season, push there and see how high you can get. Would be awesome. Let me guys know what you think. And well, thank you guys so much. See you guys back tomorrow. Until then, and bye bye.